In 2023, we have already said goodbye to some legendary stars of TV, film, music, theater and pop culture. For fans, it can come as a devastating blow when their idols pass. Whether they're entertaining millions, inspiring others or change the world for the better, these late stars have left a lasting legacy. And remembering their finest work, greatest achievements and entertaining moments can be a perfect way to pay tribute. From stars of the stage, screen, music, sport and more, here's a look at the icons we have lost this year. June. Mike Battaglia. Breaking Bad actor Mike Battaglia died suddenly at the age of 52 on June 1. The actor, best known to Breaking Bad fans for playing the manager at Gustavo's infamous laundromat, died in his sleep of a heart attack while home in Michigan. The actor's sister told TMZ he will be greatly missed by his family. A family statement said, "He will be greatly missed by those who loved him and his great ability to bring laughter and joy to so many." Tina Turner. Legendary singer Tina Turner died at the age of 83 on May 24. The Queen of Rock and Roll passed away after a long illness at her home in Küsnacht near Zurich in Switzerland. Tina's spokesman confirmed she died peacefully at home and added, "With her, the world loses a music legend and a role model." With her music and her inexhaustible vitality, Tina Turner thrilled millions of fans and inspired many artists of subsequent generations. The music legend had been suffering from high blood pressure and kidney failure, with her rep confirming that she died of natural causes. In 2017, Tina was so ill she was ready to end her life until her husband Erwin Bach, 67, donated a kidney so she could have a transplant. Erwin fully recovered from the operation, but Tina had to continue taking strong doses of immunosuppressants. Tina bravely opened up about her terrifying struggle with the silent killer of kidney disease before her death. In her final months, she admitted she had refused to take conventional medicine for her hypertension and put herself at great danger by turning to homeopathic cures. "I considered my body an invulnerable and indestructible bastion for way too long," she told Show Your Kidneys Love. Tori Bowie. United States athlete Tori Bowie passed away aged 32 on May 2. Her representatives confirmed her tragic death in a statement. "We're devastated to share the very sad news that Tori Bowie has passed away. We've lost a client, dear friend, daughter and sister. Tori was a champion, a beacon of light that shined so bright. We're truly heartbroken and our prayers are with the family and friends." Bowie competed in long jump, 100 meters and 200 meters and was a three-time Olympic medalist. She was part of the U.S. relay team which won gold in the 4x100 at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, also winning silver in the 100 meters and bronze in the 200 meters in Brazil. Bowie also won 2 gold medals at the 2017 World Athletic Championships held in London, again triumphing in the relay as well as winning individual 100 meters gold. April. Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer died aged 79 on April 27 this year. The American broadcaster, who was born in London's Highgate Underground station, hosted The Jerry Springer Show for 27 years. A statement from his family confirmed that he passed away peacefully at his home in Chicago. A source said Jerry was suffering from pancreatic cancer, having been diagnosed just a few months earlier. Jerry's ability to connect with people was at the heart of his success in everything he tried, whether that was politics, broadcasting, or just joking with people on the street who wanted a photo or a word, family spokesman Yana Galvin said. Len Goodman. Strictly Come Dancing legend Len Goodman died aged 78 from bone cancer on 22nd of April. The late star had been residing in a hospice in Tunbridge Wells in Kent before his passing. A statement from his agent said, "It is with great sadness to announce that Len Goodman has passed away peacefully, aged 78. A much-loved husband, father and grandfather who will be sorely missed by family, friends and all who knew him." Queen Camilla, who was friends with the star, paid tribute, with a palace spokesperson stating, "Her Majesty was saddened to hear the news." Strictly Come Dancing host Claudia Winkleman shared her heartbreak, tweeting, "I'm so sad about Len. He was one of a kind, a brilliant and kind man. Full of twinkle, warmth and wit. Sending all love to his family and friends." Ex-Craig Revel Horwood, who sat on the Strictly judging panel alongside Len for many years, added, "I've just woken up to the sad news that my gorgeous colleague and dear friend Len Goodman has passed away. My heart and love go out to his lovely Sue and family. Len Goody Goodman is what I always called him, and it's a 10 from Len, and Severn will live with me forever. R.I.P. Len." Mark Sheehan. The Script guitarist Mark Sheehan died on April 14 at the age of 46 following a short illness. A statement from the band, known for hits such as Man Who Can't Be Moved, Superheroes, Hall of Fame, said, "Much-loved husband, father, brother, bandmate and friend Mark Sheehan passed away today in hospital after a brief illness." The family and group ask fans to respect their privacy at this tragic time. Before joining the Script, Mark was a former member of the band My Town, along with bandmate Danny O'Donoghue. The band formed in 2001, alongside drummer Glenn Power. With the Script, he sold millions of albums, received 2 Brit nominations, 3 Media Ireland Music Awards, and 2 World Music Awards. Last year it was reported that Mark, a dad of 3, had not played with Danny and Glenn for months during the Irish band's world tour. Last May, Danny confirmed Mark had missed shows in America because of family commitments. He told Sunday World, "It's his story to tell, but yeah, I guess if I could paraphrase, his children needed a father and his wife needed a husband." Paul Cattermole died at the age of 46 on April 6, just weeks after S Club 7 revealed their plans for a reunion tour. The pop legend was found dead at his home in Dorset after suffering from heart problems. Tributes came pouring in for the late star, with Vernon Kay, Rylan, Lizzie Cundy and Nicky Chapman just some of the famous names who expressed their sadness online following the shock news. The singer had been looking forward to joining the rest of the band for the reunion to mark 25 years since the release of their first single Bring It All Back. His bandmate and ex-girlfriend Hannah Spirit is said to have been devastated, and she later pulled out of the reunion tour. Nigel Lawson. Former Conservative Party MP and journalist Nigel Lawson died at the age of 91 on April 3, just months after retiring. The politician represented the constituency of Blaby from 1974 to 1992 and served in the cabinet of Margaret Thatcher from 1981 to 1989. He left behind 6 children, including food writer and celebrity cook Nigella Lawson, journalist Dominic Lawson and Tom Lawson, headmaster of Eastbourne College. Before entering the cabinet, Mr. Lawson was the financial secretary to the Treasury from May 1979 to September 1981. Then, from September 1981 to June 1983, the MP was Secretary of State for Energy and then served as Chancellor of the Exchequer from June 1983 to October 1989. March. Paul O'Grady tributes poured in after TV icon and radio star Paul O'Grady died unexpectedly at the age of 67 on March 28. The comedian, actor and writer, also known for his drag queen persona Lily Savage, died from sudden cardiac arrhythmia. Announcing the tragic news in a statement, husband Andre Portasio said, "It is with great sadness that I inform you that Paul has passed away unexpectedly but peacefully yesterday evening. We ask, at this difficult time, that whilst you celebrate his life you also respect our privacy as we came to terms with this loss. He will be greatly missed by his loved ones, friends, family, animals and all those who enjoyed his humor, wit and compassion. I know that he would want me to thank you for all the love you have shown him over the years." Lance Reddick. Actor Lance Reddick died at the age of 60 on March 17. The body of the star, best known for his roles on The Wire and John Wick, is said to have been found at his Studio City home. Law enforcement sources told TMZ the cause of death was unclear, but it appeared to be natural. He was taking part in a press tour for the fourth installment of popular franchise John Wick prior to his death. He played the role of Karen in the movie and was scheduled to talk about the latest movie on Kelly Clarkson's talk show the following week. Days before his death he posted a video of himself with his dogs on social media. The clip came as he was due to be attending the Wick 4 premiere in New York City. The actor never mentioned why he chose not to show up to the event. Paul Grant. Star Wars and Harry Potter actor Paul Grant died aged 56 on March 20 after suddenly collapsing outside King's Cross Station. His life support machine was switched off on the following Sunday, his heartbroken family confirmed. Paul, 56, who was 4 feet 4 inches tall, is understood to have appeared in various films over the course of his career, including playing an Ewok in Return of the Jedi, 1983. He previously told The Mirror that he also appeared in the Star Wars film as Robot R2-D2 in some scenes, saying that he stood in for co-star Kenny Baker who played the role. Paul's other credits are said to include working on Labyrinth, 1986, and Willow, 1988, as well as Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 2001. Confirming his death, British Transport Police told The Mirror, officers at King's Cross responded to a medical emergency outside the station at just after 2 p.m. on March 16. They performed CPR on a man before paramedics arrived and took over his care. He was taken to a local hospital in a critical condition. He was rushed to hospital, where the actor was declared brain dead, it has been claimed. A London ambulance service spokesperson said, "We were called at 2:08 p.m. on Thursday, March 16, to reports of an incident at St Pancras Station, Euston Road. We sent an ambulance crew and a medic in a response car. We treated a man at the scene and took him to hospital as a priority." Jacqueline Gold. On March 16, Ann Summers' boss Jacqueline Gold died at the age of 62, just weeks after her dad passed away. Jacqueline was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016. she recovered, but the cancer subsequently returned. The businesswoman lost her sight while undergoing chemotherapy 2 years after she was first given the all-clear. Jacqueline also underwent a double mastectomy. In 2020, she revealed she was free of the disease and trying to focus on the future. Jacqueline tragically lost her baby boy Alfie at 8 months, following an emotional IVF battle that saw her fall pregnant with twins at 48 with her husband Dan Cunningham, who is 17 years her junior. The multi-millionaire businesswoman was told her son had a fatal abnormality and would not survive childbirth. Mystic Meg. Famous astrologer Mystic Meg passed away on March 9 at the age of 80, following a short illness. The iconic astrologer, whose real name was Margaret Lake, shot to fame with her national lottery predictions. Her agent Dave Shapland announced the news in a statement, which read, "Without any question, she was Britain's most famous astrologer by a million miles. She even became part of the English language. If a politician, somebody from showbiz or ordinary people in the street are asked a tricky question, they will say, 'Who do you think I am, Mystic Meg?'" Away from her crystal ball, Meg lived a clean life, choosing a vegan diet and refusing to touch alcohol or tobacco. She lived in the posh London suburb of Notting Hill. Meg shared her home with 7 cats, which she said found her and moved in. After news of her death was shared, tributes to the iconic astrologer, easily recognized by her short raven bob and red lipstick, began pouring in. Former boxer Frank Bruno tweeted, "Morning, I thought today is quiet news-wise, then I heard Mystic Meg has passed away, so RIP Mystic Meg. We worked together a few times, mainly on TV shows. She used to offer to tell me my future. I was a bit weary of her, to be honest. Away from the mystic part, she was a charming lady." Steve Mackey. On March 2, Steve Mackey died at the age of 56. The bassist was part of the rock group Pulp, which he joined in 1989. They were best known for hits such as Common People, Babies and Disco 2000. The band are due to reunite this year, but in October Steve announced he wouldn't be taking part in the reunion. Steve was also a music producer and worked with big names in the music industry including Florence and the Machine, co-writing songs on the band's critically acclaimed album Lungs. He also worked with The Kills, The Long Blondes, M. Ya and more. The sad news was confirmed by his wife, fashion journalist wife Katie Grand, as she posted a black and white photo of Steve smiling on his Instagram page. His cause of death has not been shared. The caption, which was entitled "A Message from Katie," read, "After 3 months in hospital, fighting with all his strength and determination, we are shocked and devastated to have said goodbye my brilliant, beautiful husband, Steve Mackey. Steve died today, a loss which has left myself, his son Marley, parents Kath and Paul, sister Michelle and many friends all heartbroken. Steve was the most talented man I knew, an exceptional musician, producer, photographer and filmmaker. As in life, he was adored by everyone whose paths he crossed in the multiple creative disciplines he conquered. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all the NHS staff who worked tirelessly for Steve. He will be missed beyond words." February. Betty Boothroyd. Legendary former Labour MP and Speaker of the House of Commons Betty Boothroyd died at the age of 93 on February 26. The stalwart politician served as MP for West Bromwich and West Bromwich West from 1973 to 2000 and was the first woman Speaker of the House of Commons from 1992 to 2000. Sir Lindsay Hoyle, the current Speaker of the House of Commons, recalled her no-nonsense style and her reprimanding of MPs with good humour. Not only was Betty Boothroyd an inspiring woman, but she was also an inspirational politician, and someone I was proud to call my friend, he said in a statement on Monday. To be the first woman speaker was truly groundbreaking, and Betty certainly broke that glass ceiling with panache. The speaker added, "She was from Yorkshire, and I am from Lancashire, so there was always that friendly rivalry between us. But from my point of view, it was heartening to hear a northern voice speaking from the chair. She stuck by the rules, had a no-nonsense style, but any reprimands she did issue were done with good humour and charm. Betty was one of a kind. A sharp, witty and formidable woman, and I will miss her." John Motson. On February 23, legendary commentator John Motson sadly passed away aged 77. Born in Salford, Lancashire, the popular broadcaster was a familiar voice over a 50-year career with the BBC after he was hired as a sports presenter for Radio 2 back in 1968. His work in the field eventually earned him an OBE in 2001 for services to sports broadcasting. His family announced in a statement, "It is with great sadness we announce that John Motson OBE died peacefully in his sleep today, Thursday." A statement from the BBC confirming his death said, Motson covered 10 World Cups, 10 European Championships and 29 FA Cup finals for BBC Sport before retiring from the organisation in 2018. Popularly known as Motty, he had worked on Match of the Day since 1971 and commentated on almost 2,500 televised games. Dickie Davies. Tributes poured in as legendary World of Sport presenter Dickie Davies was confirmed to have died at the age of 94 on February 19. The news was broken by former colleague Jim Rosenthal, who posted on social media, "With huge sadness, we announce Dickie Davies passed away this morning. So proud of his 20 years of World of Sport, 3 Olympic Games and a brilliant career on the telly. He is survived by a loving wife, 2 adoring sons, 4 grandkids and 2 beloved dogs." Rosenthal followed the tweet with a second post reading, "Would appreciate some privacy as we mourn and celebrate his life. Dickie was a wonderful friend and colleague. R.I.P. D.D. Davies, from Cheshire, also went on to work for Eurosport before suffering a stroke in 1995. He recovered and then fronted his own show, Dickie Davies Sporting Heroes." Following Rosenthal's tweet, a host of sports fans replied with their own posts of respect. BBC rugby commentator Andrew Sheridan wrote, "A legend of sports broadcasting and an integral part of my Saturdays in my youth." Raquel Welch. Hollywood megastar Raquel Welch died on February 15 aged 82 following a brief illness. She rose to fame for her 1960s roles in Fantastic Voyage and 1,000,000 Years B.C., quickly becoming one of the industry's most sought-after stars. Her heartbroken family confirmed the tragic news to TMZ, telling the outlet that she passed away. Raquel won a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture Actress in a Musical or Comedy for her 1974 role in The Three Musketeers. NBA star Rex Chapman led tributes on social media this evening, tweeting, "Raquel Welch has passed away at the age of 82. "What a life. Rest in peace," he added, attaching a video clip from an archived TV interview. Paco Rabanne. On February 3, it was confirmed that Paco Rabanne had died at the age of 88. The Spanish fashion designer and perfume legend died in Port Saul, France. Rabanne, born Francisco Rabanne de Cuervo in 1934, grew up in the Basque town of Pasajes, Gipuzkoa province. He shot to international fame in the 1960s after beginning his career by helping craft jewelry for Dior, Givenchy and Balenciaga before later founding his own fashion house in 1966. Confirming the sad news of his death, Spanish group WIG, which controls the Paco Rabanne brand, released a statement. José Manuel Albesa, president of WIG's Fashion and Beauty Division, said, "Paco Rabanne made transgression magnetic. Who else could induce fashionable Parisian women to clamor for dresses made of plastic and metal? Who but Paco Rabanne could imagine a fragrance called Calandre, the word means automobile grille, you know, and turn it into an icon of modern femininity? That radical, rebellious spirit set him apart. There is only one Rabanne." With his passing, we are reminded once again of his enormous influence on contemporary fashion, a spirit that lives on in the house that bears his name. January. Lisa Loring, who played Wednesday in The Addams Family, died on January 28 at the age of 64 after suffering a massive stroke. The actress, best known for her role as Wednesday in the Addams Family sitcom in the mid-1960s, passed away after being taken off life support. Her death was confirmed in a heartbreaking social media post by her close friend Laura Jacobson, who said, "It is with great sadness that I report the death of our friend, Lisa Loring. 4 days ago she suffered a massive stroke brought on by smoking and high blood pressure. She had been on life support for 3 days. Yesterday, her family made the difficult decision to remove it and she passed last night." She continued, "She is embedded in the tapestry that is pop culture and in our hearts always as Wednesday Addams. Beautiful, kind, a loving mother, Lisa's legacy in the world of entertainment is huge. And the legacy for her family and friends, a wealth of humor, affection and love will long play in our memories." Laura ended by saying, "R.I.P., Lisa. Damn, girl. You were a ton of fun." Daughter Vanessa Fumberg also confirmed her mum's passing to Variety, saying, "She went peacefully with both her daughters holding her hands." Cindy Williams died at the age of 75 on January 25. She portrayed the role of Shirley opposite Penny Marshall's Laverne on the popular sitcom Laverne and Shirley, a spin-off of Happy Days. She passed away following a brief illness. Her 2 children, Zach and Emily Hudson, said in statement, "The passing of our kind, hilarious mother, Cindy Williams, has brought us insurmountable sadness that could never truly be expressed. Knowing and loving her has been our joy and privilege. She was one of a kind, beautiful, generous and possessed a brilliant sense of humor and a glittering spirit that everyone loved." Anthony Topham. On January 23, Anthony Topham died at the age of 75. The late guitarist formed the Yardbirds with Keith Ralph, Paul Samuel Smith, Chris Dreja and Jim McCarty in London in May 1963 but left in October and was replaced by Eric Clapton. Clapton then quit the group in 1965 and was replaced by the late Jeff Beck, whose death was also announced in January. A statement from Topham's representative reads, Sanderson Rasjid, born Anthony Topham, passed away peacefully on Monday, January 23, surrounded by his family. Born in London on July 3, 1947, he was 75 years old and had been fighting dementia in his final years. The musician, who later adopted the name Sanderson Rasjid after joining the Subud spiritual movement, helped form the pioneering rhythm and blues band in London in May 1963. He left before their commercial breakthrough and was succeeded as lead guitarist by Eric Clapton, then Jeff Beck and finally Jimmy Page. Gina Lollobrigida. Italian actress Gina Lollobrigida died at the age of 95 on January 16. As one of the most high-profile international actors from the golden age of Hollywood cinema, the late star enjoyed a successful career on screen over the years before pursuing her passions in politics and photography. Born Luigi Lollobrigida in Subiaco, Gina took part in several beauty contests before going on to appear in Italian films in minor roles. Her big break came in 1947 when she entered the Miss Italia pageant and came in third place, giving her fame and exposure on a national level. Gina went on to appear alongside the likes of Frank Sinatra, Rock Hudson and Errol Flynn throughout her film career, and starred in movies such as Beat the Devil, Solomon and Mrs. Campbell. After a series of roles in European films, including a BAFTA-winning Turn in Bread, Love, and Dreams, it was Gina's Lollobrigida's performance in 1953's Beat the Devil opposite Humphrey Bogart that made her an international star. In addition to acting, Gina also enjoyed a career in photojournalism, famously once securing an exclusive interview with late Cuban leader Fidel Castro. Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley died on January 12 at the age of 54. The daughter of the late Elvis Presley was rushed to hospital after paramedics performed CPR on the star. They had been called to her house in Calabasas over a possible cardiac arrest. They were able to regain a pulse before transporting the 54-year-old to hospital, TMZ reported at the time. She was subsequently understood to be receiving treatment. It has then announced that she has died, with mom Priscilla Presley, 77, releasing an emotional statement. Priscilla said, "It is with a heavy heart that I must share the devastating news that my beautiful daughter Lisa Marie has left us. She was the most passionate, strong and loving woman I have ever known. We ask for privacy as we try to deal with this profound loss. Thank you for the love and prayers." At this time there will be no further comment. Tributes to the only child of Elvis and Priscilla poured in, as John Travolta posted a photo of her on his Instagram page and wrote, "Lisa baby girl, I'm so sorry. I'll miss you but I know I'll see you again. My love and heart goes out to Riley, Priscilla, Harper, and Finley." In a Twitter post, Oscar-winning actress Marlee Matlin wrote, "I had the chance to know Cilla Presley when I was on Dancing with the Stars, and as a mother, I can't imagine the pain she must be going through with the untimely passing of Lisa Marie." Jeff Beck has passed away on January 10 at the age of 78, with Mick Jagger leading tributes to the musician, describing him as one of the greatest guitar players in the world. Representatives for the guitar virtuoso confirmed on Wednesday that Beck died after suddenly contracting bacterial meningitis. The late artist's loved ones also shared a message on the star's social media, writing, "On behalf of his family, it is with deep and profound sadness that we share the news of Jeff Beck's passing. After suddenly contracting bacterial meningitis, he peacefully passed away yesterday. His family ask for privacy while they process this tremendous loss. British rock legend Ozzy Osbourne said it had been such an honor to know and play with him on his most recent album. The Black Sabbath frontman said, "I can't express how saddened I am to hear that Jeff Beck music's passing. What a terrible loss for his family, friends and his many fans. It was such an honor to have known Jeff and an incredible honor to have had him play on my most recent album, #Patient number 9. Long live #Jeff Beck." David Duckham tributes poured in when the news was shared that rugby icon David Duckham had died on January 9. The former England international star, 76, played 36 times for his country and crossed for 10 tries. He was also famously prolific for the British Lions when they successfully toured New Zealand in 1971, touching down 11 times in 16 tour games and contributing heavily to an historic series win over the All Blacks. He was also a hero at Coventry, the only top-level club he represented in his 12-year career between 1967 and 1979. The club has since tweeted, "Coventry Rugby is incredibly sad to learn of the news that David Duckham, ex-Coventry, England and British and Irish Lions player, has died, aged 76. Gianluca Villa." And on the same day, January 6, it was also shared that Chelsea and Italy legend Gianluca Vialli has passed away at the age of 58, 5 years after first being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Vialli scored 40 goals in 88 appearances for the Blues between 1996 and 1999 before going on to manage the Stamford Bridge club, winning 3 major trophies. Under the Italian, who initially took over as player-manager in February 1998, Chelsea won the League Cup and European Cup Winners' Cup within his first few months in the job, before he added the FA Cup in 2000. The former Sampdoria and Juventus forward won 59 caps for Italy, and after he was initially given the all-clear from his cancer in 2020, he took up a role on former teammate Roberto Mancini's staff with the Italian national team, who won the European Championships in England the following summer. He stepped down from the role when he returned to the Royal Marsden Hospital to undergo further treatment on the cancer, which he called an unwanted guest. Vialli, who also managed Watford between 2001 and 2002, is survived by his wife Catherine White Cooper and their 2 daughters Olivia and Sophia. Ciao Gianluca, you will forever be remembered, a message from the Italian national team read. Willie Longmore. On January 4, we lost Coronation Street actor Willie Longmore, who sadly died at the age of 82. The actor, who was best known for playing Dr. McKinnon in the 1990s, died after battling cancer, his daughter said. He also starred in Love Actually as the Prime Minister's associate alongside Hugh Grant. His daughter confirmed Willie had died peacefully. She said, "I want to share the news that my father, Willie Longmore, passed away yesterday evening. He had been living with cancer, but passed away peacefully with my mum by his side. Those of you who know me will know that I am not prone to public announcements on social media, but I know the influence my dad goes way beyond our family, so I wanted to share this news with you all." Willie is understood to have moved to the UK from Jamaica in 1961, when he was 20. He later trained at the Rose Bruford College of Speech and Drama. His acting career is said to have included roles in shows like The Bill, Casualty, Waking the Dead and Cold Feet. David Gold. West Ham's joint chairman David Gold died at the age of 86 following a short illness, the East London club confirmed on January 4. Gold's daughters Jacqueline and Vanessa, and his fiancée Leslie, were by his side when he passed away peacefully. Born in Stepney in East London, opposite West Ham's Old Bowling Ground, Green represented the club's boys team between the ages of 13 and 16 before appearing in the youth side. He became joint chairman of the Hammers in January 2010 alongside David Sullivan. Welsh businessman Sullivan, 73, has paid tribute to his colleague and friend, who he says always wanted the best for West Ham. Ken Block. Former Top Gear star Ken Block died at the age of 55 after a snowmobile accident on January 2. Block's devastated team, Honeghan Racing Division, shared the news of his death saying he will be incredibly missed. "It's with our deepest regrets that we can confirm that Ken Block passed away in a snowmobile accident today," read a statement posted to Instagram. Ken was a visionary, a pioneer and an icon. And, most importantly, a father and husband. He will be incredibly missed. The Wasatch County Sheriff's Office, which attended the scene of the crash, also released a statement a short time later. The late action sports star began rallying in his native USA in 2005, initially in the Rally America series. Kelly Monteith. Comedian Kelly Monteith died at the age of 80, on the same day as Fred White, on January 1. The American comedian was best known in the UK as one of the first to be given his own BBC series, and his self-titled show ran from 1979 to 1984. His death was confirmed by the Anglofil Channel, a Los Angeles-based production company that worked closely with Kelly. Kelly was discovered in the early 1970s and performed as a guest comedian on NBC's The Tonight Show and the BBC's Day O'Connor Tonight. After successful guest appearances on British talk shows, he was offered his own series by the BBC that ran for 6 series. The comedian was ahead of his time as he became known for breaking the fourth wall by appearing in his dressing room before and after a scene. Fred White. Iconic Earth, Wind and Fire drummer Fred White died age 67 on the first day of the year. The musician's brother and bandmate, Verdine White, confirmed the sad news in a touching statement. "Dearest family, friends, and fans. Our family is saddened today with the loss of an amazing and talented family member, our beloved brother Frederick Eugene Freddie White," it read. He joins our brothers Maurice, Monty and Ronald in heaven and is now drumming with the Angels. Child protege, member of the EWF Original 9, with gold records at the young age of 16 years old. He was brother number 4 in the family lineup. It continued, but more than that, at home and beyond he was the wonderful bro that was always entertaining and delightfully mischievous. And we could always count on him to make a seemingly bad situation more lighthearted. He will live in our hearts forever. Rest in power, beloved Freddie. We thank you all for your love, blessings and support at this time. Soar high baby bro, we love you to the shining stars and back. Do you have a story to share? Email webfeatures@trinitymirror.com.